All right, so who understands why the underhooks give you an advantage? Because number one, it's hard for the bottom person to put weight on you. Number two, that underhook is a path to the back, okay? And also, it's very difficult for him to shift the weight back on you because you got to use your shoulders, your left shoulder, top shoulder, in order to block it. It's not about me holding on to him because he can roll me flat by just shuffling to his right. I don't want that. You see how I stayed on my side? I don't want him to roll me flat. I don't want him to roll me flat. And I don't want him to be able to walk his right arm back towards my hips because that jams my underhook right there. I don't want that. But if he puts in a whizzer, I can exploit that whizzer, okay? So oftentimes what happens is when you have an underhook, okay, and you keep that half guard, you can't let him slide through unless you're ready to really shoot that underhook and go and begin to now already wrestle up. Oftentimes they put that whizzer in because that's a decent option there, okay? But you can begin to already pinch your elbow and exploit that whizzer and roll them. So you're not only going to the right, you also have technique going to the left. You have to be multi-directional. Because if you're just going to the right, to the right, to the right, you're very easy to stop because you've already given away where you're going. So you have to use your free arm. So I don't want to be here, okay? Because that, number one, I have a hand cramp, not an underhook. I need to be here, okay? This is not something that I typically do unless I really need to be able to like secure the position underneath for an underhook. Because I hook that hip, clamp that hip, okay? My arm is free. I need to do something with it. Block this leg. It's his stability leg. The more I push on this away, the more I drive his shoulder down. The more he wants to get back up, the more I keep it away, okay? And I keep it away. Because what's going to happen is that he's going to want to pick this leg up. He's not, yes, yeah, pick that knee. He's going to, yes, to be able to use that right there. Then I switch to this grip here. You're able to take him over because he's got the weight. All right? So you have to the right and to the left. Okay? You got to be deep underneath. I'm seeing a lot of this. Take the whizzer out. I'm seeing a lot of this. Okay, remember, this looks weird. You don't want this, okay? I want to be here, okay, on my side. And I do not let him push me flat, okay? Start here, now you start here. This right here keeps pushing and you're twisting as I'm trying to pull his leg like out of his hip socket. Because he's gonna have to react. So now we go, yeah, that typically is the reaction, then you grab right here, okay? Nobody likes to get grabbed right here, so you're triggering two reactions. As I'm pushing him this way here, okay, I feel a push back, okay? If I'm just laying here doing nothing, he can strip that grip. It's not good for me, okay? So as you're pushing, grab the pants and push away. The second you feel, and I'm pushing him with my shoulder that you can't see because this is invisible jiu-jitsu. That way with my shoulder, as he pushes back into me, that moment to move your hips underneath and not necessarily roll, because if you have somebody like Peter or even Dan or something, you're not going to roll. You got to screw your hips underneath so the weight transfers over, okay? So now you're going to start with the underhook with your hand on their knee right here, okay? I can apply the same pressure without doing this. This is just for you guys to have a reference point right here, okay? So, can you take your hands off the mat?
Nope.
All right, ready? Yes, go. Now he needs to get past my guard and be able to pass without getting sweat. Because that isn't good for him. Please clock. Start with the underhook on your side, okay? Also, this knee right here can help nudge him forward. Okay, as my knees pinch, okay, because I don't want to let this leg go through, because if your guys are like this and it goes through, it doesn't do me any good unless you're able to begin to get out from the back using your arm, okay? So, you guys are going to start underhook, right hand, like a gooseneck here. Cup it, push. Can you take your hands off the mat? Oh, okay, go. He wants to get an underhook. Okay. Yeah, see already here. The only thing that saved that position. Even though I started at a 2, he started at an 8, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay? Alright, so right hand on the knee. It's gotta be somewhere. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let me see how I recovered. It's fine. Kept composure. Everything's good.